Okay, with love, we gotta have a little reality check real quick. You gotta just be the best you can be, not anybody else. It's only you.
What is up, everybody? What's up? What's up? If you do not know who I am, hello, my name is Naja, aka the Voodoo Child. And this is a Tribe T segment, but it's not any Tribe T segment. This is the Tribe T like mega update segment, okay? Like where if you have sent me in a story, we're about to read your updates, okay? So if you are like an avid Tribe T watcher, like these people in the chat, what is up, guys? I see you. Happy Wednesday. Sorry I'm a little tardy. But if you are like an avid Tribe T watcher, you're going to know the stories and everything. But if you don't, that's okay because I have the date of the live stream from the original story. So it'll all match up. What is up, guys? Shout out to the mods. What's up, Nayala girl? We got Blackavelli, Stacy, Kat, Dayla, Jazzy. Seeing a lot of familiar faces. Happy holidays. I usually have a bigger tree than this. Here, let me move the chat. I usually have a bigger tree than this. I lost it. It's in my storage somewhere. I cannot. This is Spody's tree. And then I just bought this little baby tree. We ball. We do what we got to do. But yeah, today we're going to be doing the Tribe T updates. Okay. And we have a lot. So it's going to take as long as it's going to take. This could be a long stream. It could not be, but I'm reading every single one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 updates. And if those aren't long enough, I have one story that we could like do a filler. But I think 10 should take us a minute, okay? Y'all can't find your trees either? Yeah, I don't know. There's a Grinch coming around stealing everybody's trees. But if this is your first time catching me live, make sure you like the live. I don't really like to waste any time. So I'm just going to get into it, okay? And I'm going to start with like some recent stories so that it's kind of fresh in everybody's memory, okay? So the first one I'm going to read was a Tribe T from November the 20th. That's when the live stream was. And it was the I won't let my mom's mishaps affect my future, okay? And just to, brush up, this person is like a college undergrad and like they're basically one of those people that go to school to prevent homelessness pretty much. Like they're furthering their education so that they're not on the street. And even though they had so much academic success, their mother's poverty mindset and poverty ways had my girl thinking that she was about to be homeless as soon as she got her degree, like as if like living on your own is like the most hardest thing that a human will ever have to do or something, to the point where like there were even some people in the comments who were like, dang, my girl is real deal traumatized. She got a whole degree and like, and it's not no little petty degree. Like, I'm not trying to, diminish my own accomplishments, but I got a little petty degree. Like, I got an arts degree. Baby, you're a doctor. You're about to be like, you get what I'm saying? But yeah, they have an update. So they said, OMG, I'm so glad you read this. Thank you so much for the advice on the live. Not gonna lie, I was laughing because everything you said was so real, especially when you was like, baby, hold my hand. No, like that's when I really just have to like break the fourth wall because I'm like, look, you need to hear this. Take my hand with love. Somebody's got to say it because I feel like a lot of the problems that we have in life, shoot, and I'm not any different. A lot of the times somebody just needs to just spit it out and say it, People keep telling me I'm going to be just fine, especially my therapist. So hearing this from people who don't even know me in real life gave me some hope. I honestly thought I was going to get a bad reaction to this, but I just got a plan and I got to move. But there are 3 things I want to clear up before I come back to do like a really big update. So the first one is I don't have my degree yet. I will have my bachelor's in May, and then I'm going to apply to the master's program. Still, that is an accomplishment. And if you do continue your schooling, I mean, hey, you won't have to worry about housing for long. I think we were advising to look into on campus, how, like, not on campus housing, but like if you live in a college town, they usually have apartments that they refer people who aren't, like a freshman. They're not fresh out of high school. Like you're an adult attending school. They'll usually offer certain housing opportunities in the area type thing. So the second thing they wanted to talk about was they do have a family. Because I was just like, bro, where is your family at? Like, I don't understand, like, why we have to depend solely on going to because that was one thing they kept having problems with, is every time their friends would go home for like summer break, winter break, whatever, she would get nervous because she's like, damn, is my mom gonna have a home? And I'm like, you don't got no other family you can go to, sleep on somebody else's couch or something? And she said, I do have family, but I don't, if that makes sense. I can't tell anyone in my family about this because of shame. Girl, look, I would rather have that shame or whatever so I can get my stuff together and get on out. And then how you treated me is how I'm going to treat you accordingly when I do get on my feet type shit. But man, it's hard out there, girl. Never be ashamed to, like, you did not ask to be here. Don't be ashamed to ask your family for help. The worst they could do is say no, right? So I have threatened her. Ooh, threatened mama. I have threatened her I would tell my grandpa, her biological father, about this because he genuinely would go crazy. But of course, she got scared. I'm going to call my brother and get some advice from him because I think he went through the same thing. And as far as friends go, because I was like, you could also do like a Friendsgiving, right? Like go and stay with some friends. They said I don't have many friends, especially not many that would let me live with them because all my friends live with their parents. Okay. And to be honest, I feel so much shame, but I'll figure it out. Don't feel shameful about it. That makes me feel bad for you, bro. Like, you shouldn't feel ashamed about, like, that's really out of your control of how your parents or your mom brought you up. That's not in your control. But what is in your control is how you move forward, but I just feel bad. And I remember your mom was like telling you all the details, like, oh, we're only broke because your daddy didn't pay the child support. And it's like, why does your kid need to know that? Like, so I know those deep rooted shame feelings. It's like, she literally made it seem like it was not doable to live on your own, bruh. Like, she made it seem like it was her mom, by the way, was making it seem like it was the world's fault for why she specifically had to live with other people and had to, I don't know. I'm basically from a background where kids don't move out until marriage. More on this when I give my update. I will definitely keep you posted in the future. I appreciate you and the tribe's kind words and advice. Love y'all so much and hope y'all are good. So excuse my backdrop because I looked at it earlier. I was like, damn, my backdrop did not cover all the way. But anyway, I'm glad that, the chat and the live stream was able to calm you down and, make you take a deep breath, that you're not going to be living in the streets in a box tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness. I would just really stay focused on your education. Don't even think about that. Like, and there's a reason why they do the whole college readiness thing too. Have you ever taken one of those classes? They would like force people in both of the schools I went to. They would force you to do a college readiness so that you knew like the ins and out, like how to buy groceries, like make sure you know how to do laundry, make sure you know how to schedule your classes with your work schedule, like stuff like that. But yeah, I feel for you, girl, because I know that shame thing with trauma, like it's really, really hard to break that pattern. Like it's so much easier said than done to just be like, girl, if you don't just tell your grandfather about what's tea, but that's not your role self. Like your role self is just keeping your head down, doing your schoolwork, and that's it. But let me see. What are you guys saying in the chat? Gwendolyn says, you'll be surprised the amount of support you get if you open up. Very true, because I could see with your type of upbringing, it was not encouraged to ask for help. you would be surprised how many resources will open up for you. Tabitha says, I remember this story, hoping she's okay. Mari says, who just kicked her out the car while they was driving up to her dad? What? Yes, that was her. That was her. That was her. You're so right. Yes, the mom kicked her out the car. Yes, I forgot about that. Wow. Tila said, breathe, but we got Jesus. It's going to be all good. I know that's right. Man. Y'all said, sending love to Grape. You got this. What happened? I was over here reading. Oh, that's you. Okay, bet. You're in the chat. You said you plan on reaching out to 2 people by the end of the month. That's what's up, bro. I'm glad that we could all come together and, like, you know, help each other out in the way we can, because, bro, I'm telling you, I know what it feels like when you think that you're going through something by yourself, or that you're going through something really, really unique, you know, and then somebody can just come around and be like, hey, actually, don't freak out. It's okay. I'm on the other side. All right. But yeah, thank you so much for sending in an update. I'll be awaiting your big update, as you said. And let me know, y'all, if YouTube is being a little glitchy. Let me know. I'll turn some stuff off on my end. Okay. This one is a little bit on the longer side. So I remember this one though. This is my privileged best friend does not get it. And the initial story was on the live stream. I thought I responded to it. I guess I didn't. Did she do an update the same day? If she did an update the same, ooh, we back in the January stories. Okay, so I remember this story. This is for like an OG person. This was sent to me like literally in January. So this was read in like December. I think I did a stream like December 30th or December 23rd or something like that. The last stream of the year, girl, of 2023. If you must go and re-listen to it, but this is the one where they went to like a private school. Here, I'll just read it real quick. It was like literally a few paragraphs, like a few sentences. So they said they're a year and a half out of college. They're about to start grad school, not even a career yet. One of my best friends has a family that is well off and supports her financially. She is Black. I feel like that's important to mention. She wants to go on a cruise for her birthday. That's like $700. She explained that she gets that she can't take stuff like that personally, but she gets tired of being understanding of where people are at. I remember this. So basically, the girl who she was friends with was way more affluent than her, and she constantly wanted to do like rich bee stuff. And she's like, girl, I don't got bread like that. Like, I can't keep up with you, right? So I love her to death, but that is some of the most privileged shit she has said, and low-key makes me upset. I don't know how to tell her in a blunt way that we are not in the same economy as her parents were during in their 20s, and she's privileged. I don't want to keep reminding her that she stated that she knows this. She also has 2 jobs and is in school. And my good sis is trying to get it out the mud for herself too. Well, it's not really out the mud. In the same breath, I get tired of always being asked to travel or the idea brought up to go to a hotel room in another city when I do not have it financially. How do I tell these people that they're privileged as fuck without being an a-hole about it? I don't remember what I said, but it might have been along the lines of like, girl, pay my way then. If you must pay yourself to not be lonely, pay my way. Because if you got the money, you got the money, right? You tired of it? Well, let's solve the problem, because what I'm not about to do is go broke trying to keep up with the Joneses. I hope 2023 Naja told you that, because girl. So here is the update. I had a conversation with my best friend via text and then in person. We both voiced different issues we have with one another and both agreed to work on these issues. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. We've been cool ever since we talked things out. Now I know I wrote the initial story about a completely different best friend. However, this email is how I don't really fuck with my other best friends. At this point, I'm starting to believe I'm the problem. Cause what the fuck? Girl, you might be the problem. Like, what do you mean? Hello? Um, for one, I'm gonna slow down. For one, how did the solving go with you and the first friend? I mean, it's not like she is destitute. She still has the same amount of money, right? Like, and I'm sure she didn't change her whole personality overnight. So like, how is that going? It's been a year now. Are y'all still cool? I would love to know. And by the way, I will be reading the updates of the updates in the next stream so that it's not like super stretched out and we know what's going on, right? Okay. Two, I see people talking about W accountability in the chat. Like, okay, I'm glad you're recognizing these patterns, but like, what are we gonna do about it, friend? Because we can't have a new victim every time, we get bored. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you so much. Please hit the like button, y'all. We are on update number 2, by the way, for anybody that just got in here. I see the mods coming in. What's up, Callie? What's up, Tantress? I see you too. Talking about we been cool. I usually don't call things out that upset me, and I fester and slowly build resentment towards others after I see patterns or repeated weird behavior. Friend, I mean, I feel like we've all been there at one point or another in our life, but like, I'm telling you, when you tell people what they're doing is not it, and then you see their reaction after that, that will determine whether you should keep fucking with them or not. Because there are some people who have probably never been told what you're going to tell them, and they'll adjust themselves, and then now it's not even like a thing, or that'll be actually like an engraved behavior, and it's like, okay, maybe we're just not compatible, and we can go our separate ways. No bad blood. You know what I'm saying? But the whole quiet, seething thing, yeah, I don't know about that one, friend. So there are 2 recent things that this new friend has said to me that turned me off of her completely. Incident number 1 happened when the fake friend's name from the last story is Asparagus. Oh my gosh, I don't know if y'all heard that, but like the mail truck in my neighborhood, he be going like 80 in a 15, girl. I need to go outside to check if an iPad fell off the back. Like, shit. Anyway, me, myself, Asparagus, and one of our other mutuals that we have known since high school went out clubbing together for the mutual's birthday. When we were in the parking lot pre-gaming, she saw that I had a dent on my car and asked me if someone hit it. I'm pretty sure that she was referring to some old dents, but I told her the guy I was seeing at the time fixed some of them that I had on my bumper. So at this point, I was dating this guy for almost 7 months, and all of my friends, including our mutual, knew about me seeing this guy. After I told her that he fixed some of my dents in the bumper, she responded with, "Who?" I went completely silent and became instantly pissed. Because why are you waiting until we get in front of people to have amnesia? I could understand if it was like a month or I haven't mentioned him at all to her, but she knew this was a significant person in my life. These are 7 long months, bitch. Both her and my mutual were and still are in a relationship of 2+ years. I bring this up to her a few weeks later, and she told me something along the lines of like she just forgot and didn't intentionally forget, which I did not buy. So you're saying that, I'm just trying to make this make sense. Right, friend? You are a little strict. So, because when I tell you on some Gemini shit, you should have just in that moment been like, girl, now you know who that man is. Stop playing. Like, that's what I do. Like, whenever people do that fucking leading question to me, I'll just be like, girl, now you know what the fuck I be doing, girl. Like, don't play. I usually do that when people ask me, like, what do you do for work? and like you trying to make small talk, but you know what I do for work. I just like, girl, now you know what the fuck I do for work. Like, instead of being like, this bitch trying me, she trying to see what I got going on, she know what I got going. Like, look, like, you don't need to do all that, friend. I mean, I don't feel like that's cutoff worthy. I mean, I feel like, yeah, like, girl, you irritated me. I would just be like, girl, you irritated me, like, and move on, you know? You said, how old are they? I mean, they old enough to be in a club. So I'm assuming like early 20s, late teens, because clubs be getting boring after a certain point. But yeah, I would have just responded equally as right, like Sienna said. I would have, huh? Like, girl, you know who the fuck I'm talking about? Like, like that's all you had to do. And then she would have been like, oh damn, my bad. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sure. Like, hopefully, you know. But hey, I'm over here thinking you're about to say, and then I found his name in her phone. Like, oh my goodness. The last and final straw. Damn. 2 strikes you out with friend. The last and final straw that completely turned me off occurred last week. Asparagus is getting her wisdom teeth out, and I was letting her know my off days in case she needed help or needed me to do anything for her, since my sister just had her wisdom teeth removed. So I was already used to being like a caretaker for the wisdom teeth thing. So I'm telling her when I'm available, and told her that I have the day of the surgery off because Thursdays are the days I have class. To add a bit of background, I recently started grad school. Okay. And I told her weeks before that I'm starting grad school in the spring semester. I also told her the exact program I was going to. Okay, I'm gonna interject for a second. I feel like I'm seeing a problem here, right? And this is a year old, so I'm sure you are different than when you sent me in this email. So don't think I'm like attacking you personally, girl, because I get these vibes from you that you might think this is an attack. But no, seriously, the older you get, you gotta give your friends some slack when it comes to knowing what you're up to. Like, I feel like when you're in high school and maybe even like underclassmen, college type of thing, like sophomore, freshman, where like a lot of your classes are gen ed, so you have a lot of the same people in your classes and stuff, like that is when it's really, oh, you know that I have chem on this day, and you know that I have work on that day, you know that I got, right? But the older you get, the responsibilities start to pile up. I'm not gonna remember your schedule type shit. Like, I don't know my friends' schedules, bruh, unless I'm trying to like actively plan something, right? Like, I'm being so real, I don't. Shoot, I just hit up one of my friends to do something. They out of town right now. I didn't even know they was out of town. And I'm not going to be like, oh, wow, this bitch didn't even tell me she was out of town. Like, you know, like, because I know that I'm not the first person on their mind when they're doing shit with their life, and vice versa. It's just you make time for the people you care about. So, yeah, I mean, you work it out. But the older you get, you're not going to be knowing everybody's damn schedule like that. So she said, we're having the initial convo about grad school because she's starting grad school in the fall of 2024. So we're both aware and supposed to be supportive of each other going back to school. Well, I told her that I'm available on Thursdays due to specifically. So, okay. And then, so like, do you want her to have like a calendar on her wall where she like puts dots for everyone's schedule? Because I'm looking at a calendar on my wall right now, and I have dots for people's birthday, and that shit's crowded. So I could not imagine dotting every single, like, I don't know. This is just, anyway. I told her I'm available on Thursdays due to specifically scheduling for work and school. After telling her this, she responded acting shocked that I'm going back to school. Like, we didn't have an entire conversation about it weeks ago. She then asked me if I was getting my MBA, which I'm not getting. I told her that I was so specific with her about my program and my start date and the school I was attending. How the F did she forget? She then tries to lie and say that she got confused by the whole spring semester thing and thought that it started in April or May as opposed to January. I could understand if this was someone that has not been in college before, but Naja, we both graduated in the spring of 2022. We have not been out of school that long to forget the difference between a spring semester and a fall semester. As intelligent as she holds herself to be, I find it very strange that she was all of a sudden forgetful about something like that. On top of that, I asked her if her mom could do my recommendation letter and my mom do hers if we just do a template letter for them. That's a lot going on. So is this like your best friend? Is this like your best friend? You did say your other best friend. What do you got to do to be your best friend? I want to know, like, what do you do to get in the club? The exclusive club. Because, damn, you got the mamas writing offer letters and stuff. I asked some of my other friends and my mom if I was thinking too much into it, and they all affirmed that these are very weird instances. My mom and one of the other friends said that she is probably acting weird because I'm starting grad school before her. I applied for grad school a bit after Asparagus told me she was going back, not because I want to compete or be weird, but she genuinely made me think about if that's something that I wanted to do in my future, despite how it may look. Yeah, but even that's dumb. If that is true, that's really dumb, because it's like, bro, your degree is your degree, is the job you're going to get, is the money that's going to pay for your future. Like, that's that shit I was talking about earlier. You're going to get older to the point where none of that even matters anymore. Like, you're going to be going off into the next phase of life. And unfortunately, capitalism does not sustain the type of like village thing that y'all are trying to do. And I'm pro village personally. I feel like it's dope to have y'all moms write each other's letters and stuff like that. But realistically, there's going to be a point where you guys are going to have to go be individual people, right? How many more people are in this friend group? I don't know. So, I understand if she would think that's weird. Asparagus and I have been friends for around 10 years. Yeah, I feel like the friendship's getting beat down, girl. I feel like y'all need to go and do like a year apart, like be independent, do your own thing. Now I kind of could see if it's like, damn, bro, I'm trying to go to grad school. You going there too? Shit. Like, are y'all going to the same school or something? Like, I don't get it. I can't wait to hear this year update. I don't really like who she's becoming because she's starting to become even more egotistical, than she already is. I don't want to sound like I'm just bashing her because I haven't always been the best friend either. I've had times where I was distant, withdrawn, and focused on my own problems to the point where it might have even been draining to talk to me. You're being very real right now, bruh. However, I still have always done my best to be there for her and always be a listening ear, and give advice when she needs it. Am I wrong for wanting to cut this girl off? Honestly, I think y'all need a break. If you haven't taken one and you two are still begrudgingly cool with one another, I think you guys need a for sure break. I feel like having, and this is from somebody who's gotten burned by having a 15-year-long friendship, and I still feel like when you do have that much time under your belt, it better be over something like serious. It shouldn't be over something like, oh, this girl forgot a date for my wisdom teeth. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it needs to be something serious, like a character flaw, like something that could actually get, like my 15-year friendship, that was a character flaw. Hanging around with that person was either going to get me killed, arrested, in some type of trouble. They were doing felonious criminal activities, lying, all types of stuff, making enemies left and right, and got ran out of this city, ran out of that city. Like, that is affecting my safety type shit. I wouldn't cut nobody off just because they forgot like a date or because they're different than how they were when we were 7 years old type shit. But I do think that breaks help. The only friendships that I do still have that are like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, I've taken breaks like from them. I let them go grow. Some of them have families. Some of them moved to other states. Some of them got married. Lots of different things, right? But I wasn't there every fucking step of the way, girl. I went and lived my life. They lived their life. No bad blood. Came back and met each other where we met each other, right? I think y'all just need a break. I don't think it's that deep, you know. But resentment is real. And for your friend's sake, if you're feeling resentful, like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe, you get what I'm saying? Like, but let me see. What do y'all think in the chat? Oh, Beloved said, I think best friendship is giving. We talk a lot and have been through losing friendships together. You know, that's real. That'd be a lot of people's default friend groups. Like all them people you be seeing on Instagram and Facebook posting, they got like 10 bitches with them going to the dive bar type shit. Yeah, that's probably like 4 or 5 friend groups that fell through and then they're just still together. Hannah says, no shade, all love, but this sounds very demanding. Blockavelli said her life don't need to revolve around her. Sienna says, I could barely keep track of my life. I know that's right, bruh. See, I'm one of them people, I do the schedule and the planner and stuff. So and there's only 4 weeks in a month. So it's like, if you need me too much, no, bro, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I need 1 week at least out of the week where I'm doing absolutely nothing. LaShonda says she wants her obsessed with her or something. Yeah, that's the problem. Oh, Beloved said they death tired of each other. No, seriously. Kenneth said, I think you tripping, friend. Hannah said, yeah, it can evolve into something ugly because there's underlying resentment. Yeah, y'all need to let that air out. Chill says, is she doing a going away party or something? Why does she need to remember the exact dates? Because she was like, you don't remember my availability. You don't remember my work schedule. Why are you asking me if I'm available on Monday when you know I'm off on Thursday? And it's like, girl, I don't know you're off. Okay. Now, I will say, context clues, baby. Technology is great. I just politely would have went to the messages app and looked up to see, you know, what was said when. Save myself a chew out, especially if I know I have an uptight, like, friend like this. Yeah, bro, I probably would have crossed my T's and dotted my I's before asking stupid fucking questions. But even then, it's like, you don't want to be on eggshells with your friend, bruh. You said, I didn't hear the whole story, but I got like 2 friends max. I know that's right. Yeah, I think it is pretty petty. I think it is pretty petty, and I wouldn't put too much thought into it. But if you don't want to be somebody's friend, you don't have to. Girl, you're grown. Like, you're grown as hell. But thank you for telling the story. I would love to hear a 2024 update. Let me know what's going on. Are y'all still cool? Are y'all taking a break? Because, I mean, shoot, the last girl, you chewed her out, and now y'all are cool. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below or respond to the email. And let me know in the comments if you've ever been in a friendship like that before. So, this next update is, I don't know if you guys remember, this was also read on the same stream January 10th. That's when I went live. The January 10th stream. Damn, that was a long time ago. But this one is called My Rat Ass Coworker and the Human Traffickers at Work. So this was somebody that worked in an establishment that we will not be saying the name. And this dude was just giving our girl the creeps. And I remember reading this and I'm like, okay, is this dude really all that bad or is he just creepy? But then sure enough, towards the end of it, he did cross some lines. He like cornered my girl in the freaking storage room when he thought nobody was there. Nothing happened, but still like just weird stuff, right? So, there was a point in the story where there was like some trafficking situation where a man and a woman came to the store. I guess it was like a restaurant. They're talking about a table. And the girl that he was with looked terrified. Like she looked like she got took. She looked like that was not her man. It looked like that was not her father, her brother. Like it looked like she was terrified of this man's presence. And they were in a public place and she was scared to act up. So she went and she told her manager, like, hey, this looks weird. What should we do? And what does it say? They also mentioned that they live near a well-known residential about 20 minutes away. This girl said she was having a panic attack. She was terrified that these people were going to do something to this lady. So then she told her male coworker what happened, and saying that she didn't feel safe waiting the table anymore because she's like, bruh, this dude probably going to try to snatch me up. So then they left the table and went to the parking lot, and they sat in the parking lot for 45 minutes. And she said after that she didn't see them. And she thought they were waiting in the parking lot for her, though. So she was, like, really scared. But her coworker was like, bruh, I'm not going to let you go to your car by yourself. And they ended up leaving 8 minutes before she got off work, right? Just wanted to give y'all a summary of that because it has been some time. So here is the update. Hey, Naja. Hey, friend. Going back and rereading my entry, I realized there's some typos and it's pretty lengthy, so I apologize, but I appreciate you taking the time to read my story. But I want to ask some clarification on the trafficking story. So, I cannot prove that there was actual trafficking happening, of course, and I know it may sound like a big accusation, but the interaction I do believe was at the very least a setup for me at the worst, like something really dark, like a couple that kidnaps and pimps young women. No, I could see that because, like, why are you just waiting in the parking lot? For who? Your food not cold? Like, you just sitting there? He said these two people did not seem to be in a relationship. And they seem like they're more like coworkers, but he presented her as a wife. There was no physical touching, no affection, no shared last name. How you knew their last name? How you knew their last name? Why didn't you just call the police? Bro, I would have called the police. I would have called the police from the work phone. Like, I did some research with the names. Okay, here we go. And found the guy on the local offender registry. So your hunch was correct. Like, I would be like, you're not even allowed in here anymore. This man had kidnapping charges. Wow. He had kidnapping charges and a previous string of offenses relating to SA and DV and let's say moving weight. There you go. Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What in the cartel? I was able to find him by looking up his first and last name, which was on the credit card he used. Girl, don't tell anybody you did that. That's illegal. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. Because if he's a reoccurring customer, I don't blame you. Like, I need to know what I'm getting into. So I looked up his name with the credit card. He had a very unique name, which allowed me to narrow down the search significantly. And I instantly recognized the mugshot. The biggest indicator of them doing some weird operation is that he had propositioned several other women workers at this place, apparently, on the days that I was not working. Okay. According to my manager, this is how I found all this out. The man sent the woman to give her number to one of our managers and two other young women servers. One of the servers said she was not propositioned for a date, but rather to be a babysitter for their child. Yeah, no, it's giving trafficking. Like, what was that? There was that couple from the 70s that did that, and that lady is still alive. Like, she's an adult now. And like, she was an adult back then, but she's still alive. And she wrote like a whole memoir. She went on TV shows and everything. And it was this couple. And they were talking about you could be the babysitter. No, they put her in a box under the bed, bitch. See, this is, bruh, like, I'm not about to play with you. Talking about a babysitter. Bitch, you ain't never heard of the papers? Like, they have babysitting services. What are you doing? My manager claimed that she was almost sure those two did not even have a child. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I'm not sure where she got this idea, but my manager was a pretty nosy person who frequently tried to get familiar with all of the regular customers. That's it, though. I'll be looking forward to the stream. Well, that is freaking insane that they actually were kidnappers, bro. And SA, whoever. Like, I wonder if that lady even knows about his tea, or if she's, like you said, she's just as in deep with him. Like, that's crazy. That's another part. Thank you. How are you in there for hours and you got a baby at home? Seems to me like you already got a babysitter. Like, hole in your lies. Hole in your lies. Nitro said, yeah, once you find that out, them establishments need to ban they ass. That's what I was thinking too. Like, y'all can't put a picture of them on the fucking door. Like, what the fuck? Or have the sheriff or whoever I don't know why in my brain I'm just like imagining like a little diner at night with like a creaky storage room because you got this weirdo dude trying to like, it's just like, man, women just are not safe, bro. Like, women just are not safe. My husband was talking to his friend the other day. He was like, bro, I just wouldn't be surprised if all the women just, got some blickies and just took us out because we've just be doing them so wrong. And I'm like, bruh, the thing is, we're just too smart. We're too smart to do stuff like that. But because you can't fight violence with violence, bro. It just doesn't work. We're too smart to do nothing like that. But no, ladies, we do need to be carrying something because what do you mean? I can't even go to work. Bro, gonna wait in the parking lot and wait for me to get off work. Like, no. Exactly, Gwendolyn. He was using that woman to appear non-threatening, but nah, bro. Women are kidnappers too. Women are kidnappers too. But thank you so much for the update. I'm about to get on to this next one. This one is called Losing My Best Friend of 6 Years. And I read this on the May 1st of 2024 stream. Okay, that is the live stream. And basically just a paraphrase. This is one of my longtime tribe members. She is such a sweet girl. Like, she is just so sweet to me. But in my opinion, from the stories that she sent, just very, very forgiving. And I've said this on other streams, like, she is just so forgiving, so sweet, so kind-hearted, bruh. And like, she will, don't get me wrong, my girl be standing up for herself. She will cut a bitch off, but not without grieving, like, we got a lover girl in the building. And basically she had a friend break up. It has some screenshots too. I probably could have put the screenshots on here. Hold on, let me read these just so I can refresh my mind. Okay, this is from the friend. My feelings are really hurt because I feel like I have always supported you. I've always been there for you. And yes, I have not been there for you in the past 5-6 months, but it's a lot. I have a new baby and really I'm not with my family or working. I just want to be with her. She has 110% of my attention unless she's asleep. I really am sorry. I really do answer you when I can. I feel like because I can't do as much for you now, you think I'm being a bad friend. I remember this. She was trying to blame it on the baby, but in reality, she would only want to call you to like talk shit about the baby daddy and stuff. Like, she never wanted to just call you and, hey girl, how are you doing? What you watching? Oh, what did you and the baby eat today? Like, she never wants to do that. It's always, oh, this dude got me fucked up. Oh my God. Like, it was never anything of substance. So, because I'm reading this text and I'm like, girl, I remember you. You trying to frame it like, oh, we're in different points of life now, the baby, which is true for a lot of people, but that's not this. I can't guarantee I'm going to answer every call, blah, blah, blah. So here's our friend. I never called you a selfish or bad friend. I just told you how I felt, and your response was, well, I treat everybody like that. You're just very dismissive. Again, you can't and don't want to be my friend, which is actually being a friend to someone, taking the time to deal with others' feelings. We could be acquaintances where it is less expectations on you. We're just not going to turn this situation off on me not understanding your attention drifting when you have a child. T. I am completely aware of that experience. This is about effort, and you've already confirmed you're not giving it. So I remember another thing with this story is like how I said earlier, sometimes you don't need beef. Sometimes you just need a fucking break. And it's like, I'll pick up later if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, it's not. That is not what is it called? Sexual relationships, mind you. I'm talking about friendships, family, sibling, stuff like that. You could take breaks and try to pick up later in life. I feel like people be scared to hurt feelings, but sometimes you just got to be like, bro, I don't have the bandwidth for that right now. I just don't. I'm not a good friend right now. It's not the end of the world, bro. There were points in my life I could not be a good friend at that point. So I worked on myself and I got my shit together, right? Because I wasn't being the type of friend that I wanted. So, why are we over here? Girl, well, that's just how I am. I treat everybody like that because I got this damn baby now. You know how that is. And it's like, girl, well, then take a break. Stop calling my line with your mess and shit. Let's just take a break and then regroup type shit. Our good sis is like, girl, I got a child and a boyfriend and 2 jobs. And I managed to hit you up and still have a friendship. Oh my gosh. She talking about you demoting me as a friend, talking about associate. Oh my gosh. She talking about, okay, let me just get to the update. This is crazy. So she's basically, the text messages now are they're trying to plan to meet up and do stuff. The plans keep falling through. But then she's making plans to go be with other people and those aren't falling through. And yeah, okay. Let's get into this update. They said, hey, thank you so much for reading my story. You are so welcome. Anytime. I'm so mad because my meeting went overtime, so I came in really late to answer one of your questions. For one, I'm not a Virgo. I am a Cancer. Shout out to all my Virgos and my Cancers in the chat. However, my rising is Libra. Shout out to the Libras. When you asked what support I was looking for, I mainly just wanted a friend to talk to. I always wanted to call her when I got good news, but I didn't because I knew she would never answer. But I agree with you. This friendship has been long overdue. Yeah, that was another thing. This friendship, if I remember, they were friends in diapers type shit. Let me double check because I think she said middle school. Let me see. However, my friendship journey's been tough. It was about my best friend who faked a pregnancy for revenge. Well, this is her. Oh, so she's just a messy boots. You don't fake no pregnancy. And then you get a kid and you talking about, look, I got a fucking child, bitch. Oh, God. Oh, and I remember this. You have a good relationship with her mother-in-law because the mother-in-law watches your kid. Yeah, y'all were just too enmeshed with each other, too. She ended up FaceTiming me later on, talking about the baby daddy. We barely hang out with anyone. I'm usually on my phone. And what? Now, I'm not trying to be mean, but I put more effort into the relationship. Okay, girl. She said, can I just say you clocked me so well for the life of me? I could not understand why she was struggling when I did that shit too. But I can't look at it like that. I do remember saying that. I'm like, just because you take motherhood one way doesn't mean somebody else is going to take it one way. Just because you can have 2 kids, a man, and 2 jobs and juggle it all, some people can't. And that's not saying they're a bad parent or they're a bad woman or anything, but everybody built different, bitch. You just built different type shit. I remember that. I just could not understand why she was struggling when I did that shit too, but you're right. I can't look at it like that. I definitely think that our relationship was way too intertwined. Until you said something, I didn't see much of a problem with the boyfriend's mom wanting to be there in my child's life. And now that my daughter doesn't see her anymore, I definitely agree with what you said. Yeah, because now it's like that kid was so used to having this figure here, and they're not family, and it is such a non-sturdy relationship, you know? Man. So I don't have much of an update because I just stuck with leaving her alone. I know that's right, friend. I'm a blocker, so I blocked her, and I haven't talked to her since. You're right. We did outgrow each other, and I think that's okay. I think the reason why I lashed out so hard, though, is because I really just didn't want to let the friendship go. Love you so much. You and Daniel, your genuine kindness is something that shines through, even through technology. Well, thank you so much. And thanks for reading the story and for the advice. No problem. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it just needed to, yeah, it was just too much. It was just too much. And it goes back to that like capitalism thing I was talking about, where like it really does not support the village concept. It really doesn't. Because is in theory it sounds like such a beautiful thing, you know, like you have your best friend, y'all are both moms, y'all both have your own man, and then boom, the best friend's mother-in-law who also watches their daughter watches your daughter, both of your kids are friends. Like there is no, oh man, I gotta choose between my friend and my family because my friend is family. Like on paper it looks good, right? But in reality, with capitalism and the nuclear family and shit, old girl is already competing with the mother-in-law for her man's affection, and then the fucking baby is new, and then now there's you there competing with her for the mother-in-law's affection. Like it's too much. It was just too much. I could just see the animosity boiling on her end, even though she tried to make it seem like, oh, I'm just so swamped with the mother thing. I don't know, bro. But yeah, that was all that update was. Let me know what y'all think. Alexa said, I read a book called The Other Significant Others about friends fulfilling those caregiving roles in each other's lives instead of romantic partners. I've seen those type of situations too. It's very tricky. It's very, very tricky. I do believe that a village is important, but establishing a solid village is like where everybody kind of be falling short, because sometimes people are good friends to travel with. Some people are good friends to make art with. Some people are good friends to party with. And as soon as you have a kid, and shoot, as a single person, I'll attest to this since we're talking about how capitalism affects the village role, because even though I don't have a child, I am still part of a village, right? A few people, I'm not as in their life anymore as I used to be before they had kids, because I still live a bachelorette lifestyle. Like I don't have children in my home. I don't need to do certain things that they do, right? So yeah, bruh, the village is necessary, but you gotta pick the right village, bro. You definitely gotta pick the right village. You definitely gotta pick the right village. Speaking of the right village, this next one is about the roommate that got scammed. Oh my gosh. Not your roommate scammed you. Hold on, let me read this chat before I go on to the next one. Thomas said Blockiana. No problem. Thank you so much for sending your stuff in, Buki. The other significant others is crazy. I wonder if capitalism will eventually force the village as living costs go up like crazy. I think it's already happening. The fact that like people in my age group, it's like a big one if to move out of your parents' house these days. Like there are people making six figures that still live with their parents just because it's like, you know, and you would think it would be the other way around, but their parents aren't bringing in the income anymore because they're like on fixed, because they're old. Like it's like a whole thing. But yes, it's already happening. It's already happening. People are very much shacked up. But let me get into this next story. This is a very short update, and it's about the how I got scammed by my roommate update. Here, let me get to the... Oh, it was with rent money. So this person did the classic oopsie of, oh, I'm going to have roommates and I'm going to be the treasurer. Everybody give me the money. And this person had been taking the money for months and never gave it to the landlord. And they all got evicted. T. Sorry, I just got distracted by something in the comments. Sienna said the village thing won't happen because most of y'all are not friends for real, but that's a different convo. That's what I was trying to say earlier without saying it, is that a lot of y'all don't have trust issues. You need to have a lot of trust to leave your baby with somebody, bro. Like, you have to have a lot of trust to leave your baby with somebody, and you got to vet very well because, unfortunately, there's some Chester the molesters in the village, okay? There's some go outside and get the switch in the village. There's some I'm about to eat crab legs, y'all eat hot dogs in the village, okay? Like, all them things that you grew up with, you really need to think twice before you leave grandma the baby. If grandma raised you and stuff happened to you, grandma the baby. Like, so yeah, and then the whole, just the generation, lonely generation because of COVID. A lot of people do not have like the same social skills, like small talk skills and things like that, to even like build a friendship. And then the whole capitalism thing, they don't teach you how to build friendships out of nothing. They only teach you how to build relationships through work and schooling, which is basically institutions, right? So yeah, bruh. We can get into it. That is a pretty deep conversation. We can get into it. But yeah, here's the update for the scamming roommate. They said, hey, this is just a very short little update. I did watch the TRIBETEA, and I just want to say, oh, and by the way, this live was on May 1st, 2024 as well. I did everything legally to try and get my money back, and unfortunately, it did not work. And police ain't shit either, because when I reported the threat, because bro threatened them, they said there wasn't any threats of physical harm. Baby, the way I would have lied. Ooh. The way I would have lied. Like, what do you mean? You stealing my money and then you threaten me, and the police say, no, he got to threaten to mollywop you? Well, he did. Now what? I don't care. You ruined my life, bitch. God damn. Police are useless as fuck. Like, what? On the good news, though, Courtney, the roommate, ended up having to pay a lot because she put it on her credit card. How were they getting the credit card? What? That don't make no sense. Who was holding the money? Wow. So hold on, let me just do a brief little rundown, because I'm a little confused now. So a few months down the line, I come home from work one day and I see a little note on the door that's an eviction notice. I was like, hold up, I paid all my rent for the past few months. I even paid a few months in advance. Oh, baby girl. Oh. I looked at the paper and saw Courtney owed over 12 bands to the landlord. Oh, okay, so Courtney was pocketing the money and her man threatened you. Okay, now it's making sense. Because I'm like, how does she have to pay anything? It was in her name. She had to put down something, so it went on her credit card. So that is her karma for fucking with me, is how I view it. I do miss some of those old friends in that group, but most of them weren't really there for me to begin with. Anyway, thanks so much for reading this, and I hope you are in good spirits. I hope you are too, my dude, and I'm just glad that is behind you. I mean, it sucks that you couldn't go. I was like, I really hope that you could Judge Judy they ass and get your money back, but I guess not. I guess not. Well, damn. It just is what it is. That's how the cookie crumbles, y'all. It's scamming season. Be careful. It's the holidays. It is scamming season. Okay? The next update is an Am I the A-hole update. And just like a trigger warning, this does have to do with like SA, like type of vibes. So I remember this story so vividly because I'm just like, it was just giving Lifetime movie. So this tribe member was riding the bus in like a really major city. I'm not going to say where, but they had to ride the bus. It's a very common mode of transportation. They are, I want to say they're queer, right? They said they are a Gemini man and they came in contact with a Virgo man who was in his early 40s. And bro was like instantly obsessed with him. The tribe member that sent in the story, because he's a little bit younger and whatever. Gave the dude the time of day for 1 second on some hi, how are you, hi, bypassing. And then this dude just became low-key obsessed with him. Somehow got his number. Mainly, I'm sure because he said he wanted to get some other friends in the community type shit. And they basically were just talking about, being gay and like being bullied and like having friends that aren't trustworthy. And he felt like a kinship in the beginning. In my opinion, I feel like he was being groomed because a friend don't do what bro did. So basically, bro the tribe member made a boundary and was like, okay, I'm seeing that you're kind of like showing like romantic feelings. I think we should just stop this right now. We ride the bus. I got to see you every damn day. Like, chill. And he even said, I don't even want to text you like that. It's just becoming too much. I just wanted a friend and you doing the most. So every time, he didn't give a fuck. He would keep texting him, being like, I saw you on the bus today. You was looking good. Just being a fucking weirdo, right? Then he talking about he gonna make him some vegan sweet potato pie. And he's like, child, I don't want no pie from you. Then he texted him talking about he's sweet like honey and flirting and like what? And he was like, bro, I just got out of a relationship. Like, you're just making me very uncomfortable. You lied about only wanting a friendship. And he apologized, but he just said, I'm just too handsome. Like, yeah, no, Uncle Ernest, you need to get the fuck on. And then he just told him, bro, I'm about to ghost you. And you can never say that I never told you why. And he said, was I being unreasonable by asking for friendship knowing that he liked me? And I think I was just all along the lines of like, I mean, I could see how your situation could be pretty lonely and you want to get to know other people in the community nearby. He took it the extra damn mile with his weird ass, right? So here's the update. Hey, y'all, I hope you and yours are doing well. So here's a quick update. After I blocked that old geezer, child, I just kept on riding the same bus because I don't give a fuck. He cannot lawfully skip my stop. So, oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. The guy wasn't just riding the bus. He is the bus driver. He is the bus driver. So there is an imbalance of power here, okay? This isn't just some old man riding a bus. He driving the bus, okay? Every time I would swipe my little card to get on the bus, he would freeze up like a gargoyle because he knows he's nasty and dead ass fucking wrong. And he knows that if you really wanted to, you can get his little job took. Like, period. Learn your lesson, right? I know he still cares, though, since he would still stop at the spot for my transfer instead of the actual stop. But again, all of the fucks flew out the window a while back, so it's just pure convenience at this point. Anyway, fast forward to now, I noticed a new driver. I noticed a new driver at my stop a few days in a row and get the feeling he couldn't take seeing me and not having me. Why are you trying all of these bus drivers, friend? Oh my God. They talking about cackles. Oh my gosh. I asked this new driver about the schedule to gain any clues and for why he was so damn late that day. He said in like a Barney Rubble ass voice, I don't know, man. I just signed this bid. Oh my God. So my suspicions confirmed. Another ghost has been released. But thank y'all for the laughs and the advice. Sometimes it helps to hear it's not just me smelling a smell that smells smelly. No, dead ass bro was being a freaking groomer. I got into a serious accident. Oh no, friend. I got into a serious accident early this year and decided to make serious changes to my life. No social media. Been working out and headed to the military soon. Okay. It'll be good for financial stability. I know that's right. They said they're trying to be an artist. They're trying to fund their art career. And that's about it. I've heard too many story times about military dating on here to try that. So, no, seriously, they're all married and they all swing, bro. Like, and if they're not swinging, it's because they don't know they're not swinging. It's intense. It's intense, that military life. Much love, and maybe next time I'll put the kettle on to tell the tale of my ex from hell or the one from purgatory. Well, we will be here. We will be here. I hope that everything's gone well for you these past few months. Please stay safe out here, friend. On the bus, girl, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. OMG. Here's another one of my fave tribe members writing in. They wrote in, and by the way, thank you so much for the update, friend. Thank you so much. Yes, a creative. Like, I wish y'all could read the actual, like, email that they sent. Like, they have a vibe about them. I can't explain it, but they definitely have vibes, okay? They have an aura. Very, like, not flamboyant. Like, I can't explain it. I get like young RuPaul teas from them. Like, just witty. We love a witty queen. But yes, this is another one of my faves of you guys writing in. This is the Miami trip. This is Stereotypes Are Real. The thumbnail had like a car. It was their rental car got fucked up. So I remember this tea like to the T. They were talking to this dude that they didn't really like that. Like, they were using this dude as like a sugar daddy or something. But I felt bad for the sugar daddy because I read another tribe tea of theirs, and it was like this dude was getting strung along, but he was older and low-key was being a groomer also, but he was like trying to settle down. And our good sis was not trying to settle down with this man, and he and his bestie took the sugar daddy's credit card, got a rental car, went to Miami and met like these studs, bruh. You can't make this shit up. This stud drug dealer, and they just had a time. Like, the car got total, and then they swiped the card again and got a new car. Like, it was yes, they had the thing. Okay, so the chat, y'all remember, the stud had the blicky in the rental car, so they had to go to the junkyard or something to get the blicky out of the glove compartment. Like, and y'all, oh my gosh. Why did they send me a picture of the stud? What in the world? Oh my God. Excuse me. I don't know why I always imagine your friend being a girl. I don't know why. So y'all are both boys hanging with the stud, and the stud's like old lady. Like, remember the stud was with like a literal old lady? You said, are they cute? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, they got on tons of fake jewelry. The under their nails is dirty as a bitch. They hat turned sideways, pants on the ground. They got a fake Ralph Lauren shirt with a red stain on it. It's probably like a Kool-Aid stain or like a vodka crayon stain or something. You got 2 fake Jesus pieces, 3 flea market rings, and Lil Wayne boneless dreads. This is the most Florida picture. Like, you can literally take this person and put them on like Spring Breakers 2024. Like, this is insane. This is actually insane. And somebody laying up with this. But yeah, I'll be scared as fuck if this person came up with a blicky all up in my face. I'm not even gonna hold you. I will be scared. I'll be scared. Okay, let's get into this update. The original stream that I read the original story on was aired August 21st, 2024. So let's get into the update. First off, thank you again for reading my stories every time. I will read yours. It's too funny. I was gagged when I got the notification of the live and my story was the title. I don't think you remembered me when you read my most recent of the stories I sent. Am I the a-hole for not supporting my mom's relationship? And it was streamed on 12/13/2023. I do remember. I put those together when I read the last story of yours. I finally put all the pieces together like, oh, this is the dude who had the mama, who had the house problem and the fuck. Bruh, I got it. I got you. And and you're the DL unicorn. I remember. So I'm updating the tribe on 2 of these stories today. To refresh you guys' memory, I'm 25. I'm a bisexual male and I'm a Scorpio. Shout out to all the Scorpios in the chat. The first update is from the Miami trip stereotype. My cousin that I named Devon and I did not attend middle school together. He was in high school, but I used to see him a lot because I would always be at his house hanging out with him, which explains the age difference. Okay. So his dad passed away and he had a breakdown and disappeared on everyone, which is why I did not hear from him for a long time. Well, that's sad. No, because I remember you had like prefaced it like I'm seeing my cousin for the first time in like 7 years or something. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So my fiance was definitely loaded. But as of writing this, you haven't read the other Fighting for My Relationship? No, I have read it. So I know, yes, I know you done swiped that poor man's card, child. This Miami trip took place in 2021, so it was pandemic money that made going out of town the next week an easy thing for us. Devin had met KT, that's the stud, at her security job. She looked like she do security, bruh. Oh my God. When he went to Lauderdale a couple months prior and they kept in touch, which is why he was so comfortable with her. The credit card I had under my fiance was an American Express, and they have a rental protection when you use it for rentals. Oh my God. Along with me making sure I got coverage when I put in the rental, I was able to get another one with no issue. When I said I'm still dealing with things from the accident, it's because I ended up having to pay a fine for the railing that they crashed into, which I did pay. However, I did not know that if you get in car trouble in another state, they don't report that you have taken care of it to your state. I didn't know that either. I thought that they didn't even report it. I thought that those points go on, well, if you don't have a license in that state, I guess it would have to go on the one you got. But how would they know? How would they know? So I got into a car accident 6 months after the fact in my home state, and the cops revealed that my license was suspended because of what happened in Miami. I had to go to court and prove that I did pay for the fine, but because I was technically still suspended, I had to get an SR22 until 2025 for the accident. What is that? What does that mean? SR22. Can y'all tell I don't get tickets and shit? Oh, that's insurance? Oh, girl. Safety and responsibility. SR2, that's what it's called, right? SR22 is required by some states or courts for drivers convicted of certain driving offenses such as DUI, driving without insurance, multiple violations, or failure to pay court-ordered child support. Damn. Oh, God. Yeah, they said the driver is responsible for filing with the DMV. So they said, friend, that was your job to get your receipts and bring it to the DMV. Damn. The second update is another addition to my story, Am I Not the A-Hole for Supporting My Mom's Relationship? And just to preface, that was when his mom started dating somebody and they had him sleeping in the car or something, or his mom had to sleep in the car. It was just a toxic relationship. So my mom and I had peace between us up until the 4th of July, and she invited me over to get a plate and said she would bring it outside since she was hosting Tyrone. Remember, this is the dude, right, who's the problem. As a refresher, Tyrone was her man who had her he threw away the dead dog in the trash. I remember that evil ass man. He threw away the dog in the trash. He got me kicked out and threatened to smash my head with a brick. And the mama still stayed with that man. I head over and she does not answer the phone. I go in and his kids, grandkids, and his other family are all throughout the house. My mom gets mad that I ignore everyone and I just take my plate and leave. Again, I feel like deja vu, like you got invited to his birthday party before and you just went there and didn't speak to nobody and they got mad at you. We get into it. I don't speak for more than a month. The other day while writing this, she calls me to tell me that she broke up with Tyrone. Okay, good for you for doing the bare minimum, mama. I was surprised but excited. She informed me he assaulted her and she had to call the police. She's okay and said she wasn't going to tell me and made me promise not to tell my dad since she knows my dad won't like that. Ooh, your daddy said, I will still go for my baby mama, bro. I'll beat her ass or his ass, excuse me. Because, ooh, what you mean? You over here beating up women? I mean, are we surprised, though? He's being violent towards animals, violent towards children. At the time, weren't you a kid when he tried to hit you with a brick? I mean, it can only escalate. My best friend and I found his booking info talking about Tyrone. Oh, my gosh. And I'm currently debating on telling my dad because he made bond. My man and my homeboys want to go jump him, but I don't need to get my guys gassed up. Oh, my God. What would you do in this scenario? And do you think my mom and I can build a relationship again? She claims she already has a new man who was her side dude allegedly, which is funny because Tyrone was her side dude when they first met, when I guess she was cheating on his daddy. She texted me the other day saying she hasn't been herself since losing her mother and that she's going to work on doing better with this new start. Considering our history, though, I'm not too sure. Anyways, thanks for reading. As always, more stories to come. Peace and blessings to you and your fam. Also, I never got to tell you happy birthday or congrats on your marriage. Well, we 6 months out, baby. Thank you so much. More stories coming soon. Here are some pictures of me, KT, and Devon. Devon's in the black and white picture. Y'all actually do look alike on some weird shit. Like, y'all look like, not like siblings, but y'all look like cousins. Like, y'all are like in the same font. It's pretty funny. But your cousin definitely gives more like I can't explain it, like YN. And you give more like, let's go to brunch. You know, very classy with it. Very classy with it. The stud, though, terrifying. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Like, this is what a Florida scammer looks like personified. I would not leave my phone around her. I would not, like, when I tell you this person looks like a perk personified. Like, no. Okay, I'm sorry. I looked at the pictures again and lost myself. So, yeah, I think you need some time from your mama because for all you know, she could be lying in this back with bro and she probably bonded him out. I don't fucking know. Like, I would only tell your daddy if she got back with him Because then it's like, okay, your safety really is at risk here, you know, because he over here killing animals, he hitting people with bricks. And then he's so intertwined with his family being there all the damn time. Like, I'm sure it's not going to be an easy split, right? So I would just keep tabs. I mean, you sent me that a few months ago. Let me know how everything is if you like. Hopefully nothing bad happened. Hopefully your mom really did leave them alone. But I feel like I said this in another story too. I would just give your mom some space. Like, let her do her. But just be there for her if it's like serious and her life is in danger. Like how she hit you up and was like, hey, this went on. But it's like, if she takes him back, I wholeheartedly would feel you for wanting to get some like long space, because now we're okay with him putting his hands on your kids. You're okay with him putting his hands on you. What's next? Like, what's next, bro? He killed the dog. Like, what's next? Man. Y'all talking about I would be toxic. No, I'm not going to blame you, because look, when you got a gang full of homies and y'all all willing to jump him, like, that's, oh my gosh, that's like everybody's dream. Like, you hit my mom, we're about to go and jump you and kick you, stomp you out in the street. Like, what are you talking about? But I agree. If she does make that decision to go back, I would just tell your dad and let him handle that shit. I'll let him handle it. Oh, that is crazy. That is crazy. Oh man, I remember this one. This is also from an OG tribe member. Very cool. Sorry I keep moving so much, y'all. This dress is like kind of tight. This person is an OG tribe member also. And it is called Tribe T Sperm Donor Drama. This is an update. And the original story was basically our homegirl here. She's a twin. She has a sister, and they were adopted when they were a little over a year old. So their dad is not their biological dad. And in adulthood, they met their dad, found out some really bad things about him. My boy was, in her words, mom said about him and our family. And so eventually, a couple weeks later, we FaceTime with my sister, and he asked us why we disliked him so much. And we told him everything that mom said about him and his family, and that they're all racist, homophobic, Klan members, and he abused our mom. Hello. Yeah, the Klan member for me. She said her dad looked surprised and denied all of it and said, yes, I was an asshole. Yes, we got into fights, but I never abused her, and I'm not a Klan member. I'm not homophobic. None of that. Then he talking about, I'm going to take a lie detector. Sir, this is not Steve Wilkos. What? That is crazy. So then her brother cursed her out. I'm guessing that's a twin, right? Or do you have a twin sister? Oh, so y'all just have another biological brother. And he was like, bro, why are you trying to cause problems? Like, what the fuck? And you're just like, bro, I'm trying to protect my mom. Like, there's a reason he's not in our life type shit. And, ooh, here's the update. Oh, shit, hold on. There's another update. So I read the story in, like, May. And then they were like, her and her siblings made up. The brother apologized because her brother low-key called her, like, out her name. Talking about, you're a bitch. You're over here trying to start shit. So there was an apology due. And after many arguments, because she kept trying to do the relationship with her biological dad, she just decided to not have contact with him because it's just causing an issue in her adopted family. Her twin sister, however, keeps talking to him because she doesn't care what the adoptive parents think and is trying to build a relationship because she thinks that our mom over-exaggerated the racism and everything. Then, one night, my bio dad, whoa, on something, blah, 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 blah. So now our mom is telling us that the bio dad R-worded her, and that's how the twins were conceived. I'm so sorry that she even said that to you, because what the fuck? And then brought it up a couple months later, and then now my mom talking about she never said that. Bro, what is going on, bro? It seems who do you believe at this point? Because it seems like the mama is talking crazy. It's almost like, what can I say this time to make them not fuck with him? But in the same breath, it's like, bro, why weren't you there like the whole time? Like, something's off. She said, I'm not judging my mom, and I did believe her, but it's disheartening that I have to basically cut contact with him in order to keep the peace. So fast forward a couple months, my sister tells me my biological dad had a stroke at the job, and if I'm going to go with her to see him, and if he does pass, I would want to see him. So I bring it up to my bio mom, and she's silent and just gives me a hug and said, I feel it for you, but I do not care about that man. Oh my gosh. Man, so I drove to where he's at, and they only let one person in the ICU, so my sister went. The stroke affected his whole left side, but they were able to remove a blood clot before it got to his brain. And now he's living with my sister until he can get a job and start driving again. His brain sometimes forgets things, so I spent a weekend at the house with him to make sure he could lock the door and not use the oven to hurt himself. We actually got to talk and connect on a different level. And he's into spirituality just like I am. And damn, bruh, so did your mom lie? Or did nature fucking take its course and now he doesn't even know what the fuck he was? Like, what is tea? So here is the update. She said, for starters, hey, Naja, I'm so happy for you and Daniel and for y'all getting married. Thank you so much, friend. And that you guys stayed safe during the hurricane. We did. It was a pretty okay hurricane season this year. Thank y'all. So the last and final update on the sperm donor. So much has happened, but I'm going to try and condense it. My bio dad was living with my sister and her fiance, and he overstayed his welcome. He was able to gain mobility after his stroke, but he could not find a job. Her and her fiance had to make the decision to kick him out. But they also helped him in any way they could to give him a time frame. OMG, they put him in the pop shelter, child. Once we were done, bio dad, a month before they kicked him out, he asked me for a cleansing, like a spiritual cleansing. I'm a spiritual person and I do cleansings on myself and sometimes other people. He asked me to do like an egg cleansing. So I got the egg and did my little ritual. And I started feeling lightheaded, like I was going to throw up when I was cleansing him. And I had to take a break and go outside and drink some water. Girl, he might actually got that KKK demon, girl. I heard that thing can only be taught, not inherited. So he might just got that KKK demon, girl. I don't know. What y'all think? So, them demons too strong. Once we were done doing the cleansing, my bio dad felt tired and took a nap. Oh my gosh, I hope he wake up from the nap, girl. That's scary. I told my sister that's never happened before and something is wrong with him. But I thought it was a stroke and that had something to do with the way I was feeling. Well, come to find out, the reason my sister and my fiance decided to kick him out abruptly is because my sister found evidence that he had been using, he was messing around, y'all. He was messing around. My poor sister is a recovering addict and had to do right by her. She did the right thing and went to her fiance, handing him the evidence. Oh my gosh. So it's like, you not just only want to fuck up your life, you trying to fuck up everybody's shit. You trying to fuck up everybody's shit. You up in here doing drugs. Like what? This ain't a resort. This ain't vacation. You over here living the good life. Wow. To say I was pissed is an understatement. We had nursed him back to health and had his old ass living under her roof, and he wanted to bring drugs in the house with my sister and my sister's daughter. I wouldn't even have let him move in there with a child in the house. I'm sorry. Your sister has a heart of gold, because I wouldn't even subject the baby to that level of confusion. The same way how when y'all were little, y'all couldn't be subjected to the whole bio dad conversation and shit. Y'all could have spared little baby. Because, man, what the fuck? This is the con side of that village shit I was talking about earlier. Not everybody can be in that village, bro, because village, genetic family, two different things, okay? Got my dog messing around with the baby in the house. She said that shit was unforgivable and unacceptable. I don't know if what everything my mom was said was true, but I am certain he is a deadbeat father, period. He is a drug addict, a narcissist, and it's best that we do not have him in our lives. We have been no contact for almost 2 years. The only contact I have with him is him liking my TikTok videos. Girl, if you don't block him on TikTok yesterday, I be blocking all types of family members on TikTok. I don't be giving a damn. Like, what? The last I heard is that he was in a homeless shelter in Houston somewhere. Whoa. Consequences of your actions, boy. I wish the best for him, but it was just too much. And I feel like my sister and I had to learn the hard way. Of course, my mom had a lot to say on some I told you so shit, but she just hugged us and comforted us after the whole situation. Thank you for reading my story, and I will send in a spooky one once it's spooky season. Love you and the tribe. Well, thank you so much for sending in that update. That is crazy. My man is in the homeless shelter. He in the homeless shelter because he don't want to follow the rules of the house. And, like, that's usually, now that I'm older, like, I've come to terms with, because when I was younger, I will wholeheartedly admit this, like, I did not have the best view or understanding of, like, homeless people, specifically, like, in America and stuff. I blame my upbringing just coming from New York. Like, I see starving artists on the street type shit. Like, the majority of the people that you see on the street, it's because of mental health or drugs. And then it's, like, a combination of both, or the combination of, like, you have successfully burnt all your bridges because of your mental health or your drug use. Because, like, bro, you could have had it all, but you wanted to meth around in the house with the baby. Like, wow. The manly urge to just self-implode. Like, what the fuck? The Pop shelter, look, they got shelters just for people like you, Pop. Wild. Just wild. That part, Josiah said, it's sad to know that when someone is destroying themselves and there's just, like, nothing you could do. Nah, I know. Sorry about this squeak thing. I'm like, why is my little mic coming off? No, I know. It's like, bro, there's really nothing you could do, because you're either enabling the lifestyle or you have to force them to hit rock bottom so that they'll want to do better and get the help. I just feel bad for her sister, because it's like, when you have a baby, you got your own shit going on. I don't got time to be taking care of a grown-ass man. And then, bitch, you trying to get my kids to, just because you decided not to raise your jits, bro? Like, no, get out. To the shelter you go, Pop. And that's all she wrote. Make sure you guys are liking the stream. We have 2 more updates. This one, I know y'all remember this one. This is a wild ride. We have done so many updates with this one. This is the together for 9 years only for him to smash his coworker. This story is a wild freaking ride. Like, we've done multiple live streams. We did one live stream January 10th, 2024. The second one was February 14th, 2024. And the most recent one was August 21st, 2024. Our girl has gone through changes. She's taken our advice in the chat. She's not the same girl that initially sent us the email. So just to paraphrase for those of you guys that don't know, but if you've been watching TRIBETEA this year, you know who she is. Basically, our girl was in a relationship with this dude she's been in high school with for 9 years. I want to say she was like 26, 25, 26, 27 when this started. And they bought a house together, no ring, buying all these property. And then he starts smashing this single mom at work. And the mom got like 2 kids or some shit. She was bashing the single mom and was just like, ew, why are you even with the bitch? She got 2 kids. That's so gross. I got no kids and blah, blah, blah. And like, she even went as far as to try to get CPS involved, get the lady kids took. And I'm just like, girl, like, this is diabolical. This is evil. And she even, like, you know, had a moment of reflection. Like, yeah, this is evil. The kids don't deserve that, right? But then it doubled down to, well, he still be hitting me up and he still be blah, blah, blah. And it's like, girl, duh, like, you need to punish him. He is not getting punished. Right now, he has 2 bitches fighting over him. Most attention he's got in 9 years. Shit, you haven't smashed any other people. Maybe you should just take this as like a blessing. Like, leave his ass. And sure enough, the last time we heard from her, she left his ass. And he started hitting her up, talking about he missed her, let's link up. And she was like, no, I'm not about to fuck with you. And she wanted to know if she should send the evidence of him still trying to fuck with her to the other bitch. And I'm like, no, because I guarantee you he's talking to more bitches too. And then you're just going to confirm the lies that he's telling her that you're crazy. Like, there is no winning with that shit. The only winning is to get out of it. Like, trust me. So now let's get into the final update, I hope. I hope we're still not fucking with him. I hope we're still not even trying to get involved with whatever, right? All right, so here is another update. After all this BS that happened, I finally took some time to myself. I found a new guy. Okay. He was very considerate. He understood where I came from. I told him all my tea, and he said basically that's as long as he and I are cool together, that he'll do best by me. Okay, so if you remember me when all this happened with me being with the guy for 9 years and then him smashing his coworker and all that, I was finally able to break it off and break through and just get away from that situation. I met this guy, and when I met him, he was so sweet. He was considerate. He was the type of guy that, with all due respect, I wasn't expecting that of him. And when I confessed my issues and he confessed his, he said, I'm on parole. Girl, your life is a movie. What are you talking about? Parole, not probation. Parole, girl. That ain't a YN. That's a con. That's a convict. Excuse me. That's a convict. That is not a YN. He went to prison? YNs get probation. Big boys get parole. Okay. All right. Okay. It could be worse. Could be worse. Love after lockup. Let's go. All right. He said I'm on parole. I cannot drink alcohol. I cannot smoke. I can't do this. I can't do that. Are you okay with that? And to be honest, I had issues with drinking after what I found out with my previous partner and him smashing his coworker and us being together and all that. And he still went ahead and did all that bullshit and fucked me up bad. And I was able to get help and everything and get in touch with my community. And I was able to prevail. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you did. So when I met this guy and everyone was telling me that he ain't shit because of what he's going through, this and that he's going to sink you down with him. But with all due respect, he's the only person that's kept me sober. Because he told me, if you want to be around me, you can't have alcohol, you can't have this, you can't have that. And he's been sober for almost a year and 8 months. And honestly, I would always deny the fact that I had an issue with alcohol, but now I realize that I do use it to cope. And it's not right, and it's fucking me up. when I met this guy, I had more feelings towards him in the sense that, all right, I'm going to quit. I'm going to stop cold turkey, whatever happens. Like, I don't give a fuck. I like you. You're kind, you're loving, you're caring. Let's pull through together. And it breaks my heart knowing that my parents think, why are you getting with someone that has this many issues? But in reality, I appreciate him because he always brings out the better in me. And he says, you don't got to drink. You don't have to do this. Or that as long as you're with me, we're going to be cool. We're not going to drink. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. It's just us. And I let my parents know. I let my family know. But they always say he could always go back to his old ways. But this man's been sober for 8 months. And he continues to encourage me every single day. And every time I'm going through it, he says, come over. Let's talk about it. He recently confessed that he has feelings towards me in a way where he thinks I'm the one. And that scares me. Because like I said in my previous TRIBETEA, I was with a guy for 9 years. And he cheated on me with his coworker. And he did. Don't worry, y'all. I'm about to say something. I just want to read the whole thing. Cheated on me with his coworker. He did this. He did that. And for a guy to finally, not even a year, half a year to be honest, but for 10 months later telling me that he thinks I'm the one. And it scares me because I don't want to jump into things so quickly. What should I do? Friend, listen closely. How long ago did you send me this? Oop, it's probably too late. Somebody said this in the chat. You need to get out before you get pregnant. This man is giving me tease of you are good prospects for mother. I'm trying to set you down. You're at the age where a lot of women your age are already have kids or settled down or something, right? Instead, you had a house. You have shit to lose. Like, I get why your family is like, he's going to drag you down with him. And it may not be negative. It's a red flag for me when this person is like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. Like, it's giving controlling. And I do get it because it's a positive thing that he's controlling, not drinking, not smoking, that it's viewed as, oh, well, this is a positive. Like, this is a good influence. But in reality, you could do whatever the fuck you want. As somebody who is married to somebody with a felony or whatever, he didn't go to prison. He's not on parole. He's not even on probation anymore. So, like, it's not that deep. But he made it very clear, like, bro, you don't got to stop doing shit. Just don't do it in the house if we live together because my PO is going to come over here type shit, right? But I personally, I'm like, bro, it saves money. It's a nasty habit anyway. Whatever. And I quit personally, right? But it's just a little bit of a red flag for me, or what do they call them? Pink flags, I guess, because it's like, why is it we're not doing this? We're not doing that. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. And like, you're reiterating to yourself over and over and over again, I was in this relationship for 9 years. I got cheated on. Like, it sounds to me like, you're getting into something too fast. And what scares me is that this person is going to want to tie you down. Because whenever guys have like, because again, I know you've been out the game for a minute. I've been out the game for a minute too, but I've dated more than you have before I settled down. Every time a guy has come at me like this in the talking stage, when I look back on them today, they have like 8 fucking kids and like 4 baby mamas, bro. It's like they're baby mama shopping. Does he already have children? Like, something's, like, let me know what y'all think. Hold on, let me go to the chat. I just had to get that off my chest. Someone said, Krishan, is that you? Wait, is she still with the cheater? No, she is not with him anymore. The cheater has moved in with the woman that he cheated on her with, and he's playing stepdaddy right now. Talia said, yeah, 10 months is quick. That is pretty quick for him. Shout out to anybody that just caught the live. What's up, Selena? Talking about this, give me war flashbacks. Y'all said, how old is she? Late 20s. Tyler said, do not end up like Miss Sky and Yerky Yerk. Look. And bro might be a good guy. He might be a good guy. I'm not saying he's a bad dude. It's just, you haven't really said anything other than y'all got emotional with each other one time and trauma dumped on each other. And then y'all don't do substances together, right? Okay. Okay. They said, don't fall for the love bombing or the I'm only telling you what to do because I care about you. Yeah, and that's another thing too. It's just, I don't know. It's just too much too soon. I see why your parents got the red flags up. How did you even meet this person? How did you meet him? How you meet him is kind of important too. Like, did you meet him at the Starbucks? Did you meet him? Like, what's going on there? How'd you meet him? Scorpion says she needs to take the positivity of not drinking and learn how to be with herself for a while. I agree. I agree, because if you can admit within yourself, shoot, I'm on my own little somewhat of sobriety journey. I'm done with the blunts bit. I'm done. I'm not smoking them no more. They feel real good to smoke, bro, but I can't do it no more. So if you can recognize, like, okay, I'm drinking too much, I need to chill, great. I just don't like how, because even how you wrote the message, he just keeps reiterating it to you, and you keep reiterating it to yourself about how dirty you got done. And it's just like, obviously your alarm bells are going off on the inside that something's not quite right. But I think your logic and your heart is fighting each other, because you're like, well, no, that's probably just me projecting, being paranoid. I deserve to be happy too. But if somebody really loved you, they would understand that it's going to take time, right? And then on some love after lockup shit, when did he get out? Like, you said he's only been sober for 8 months, so he just got out 8 months ago. Like, that's a lot of adjusting on both of y'all part. You know, why don't y'all just be friends and smash a little bit? Like, I don't see why it has to be so heavy, girl. And you were doing your hot girl shit. I remember when you hit me up, you was like, I'm doing my hot girl shit. I'm trying out different eggplants. My ex jealous. And then here comes Captain Serious over here trying to settle down for real. Like, and it's, again, you don't need to be drinking and all that stuff, because I get it. When you're depressed, you're going through emotional shit. Alcohol is not, But I wouldn't completely put my guard down with that. You sent me that 3 months ago. So I'm hoping that everything is cool. Hoping you not gonna pop up, girl, I'm 3 months pregnant. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, bro. Look. I love that. Oh, Beloved says, sometimes people are in your life to teach you things, not to be there forever. Take the help of not being on the vices and be free. I love that. That's a good one. Because, girl, you do not need, I do not like that, bro. I do not like that. It's, I just don't like being told what to do on that type of scale. Like, no. Even me, when I quit smoking blunts, I wanted to quit smoking blunts. Like, I have to want to do something. Like, nobody could just be like, girl, you got to do, because I'm not going to do it. I'm too stubborn in that sense. Like, I don't know. But yeah, let us know. Hopefully you're doing okay out there. We're still rooting for you, sis. But here is the last story, and I know you guys remember this story. It is called the Soggy Oyster Trap Update. So if y'all don't know, we have a tribe member who has like a health condition, and I told you I went to school with somebody with this condition before, where like your body odor or your sweat glands will emit a certain odor. It's kind of like a fishy type of smell, but not BO. Like, it's very distinct. And she's pretty much, lived with it her whole life. She's tried all the powders, the cream, everything, right? And just tries to stay as clean as possible, keep up on it. She started talking to this dude who she said looked like Beans, bro. If y'all don't know who Beans is, bro, Beans from Even Steve, right? That's where Beans from. She started talking to this Beans looking ass dude, and like things were cool. And then one day he had the nerve to say that the same groceries that he been munching on for the past however fucking long, now he randomly want to come out talking about baby smelling like a soggy oyster trap bit. Like, the way Beans should have just been thankful he was getting anything. The way Beans should have just ate his fucking food and shut the fuck up. But hey, but yeah, she did not fuck with Beans after that. But let's get into this update on the baby Beans situation. The baby Beans. So just to catch y'all up, for those of y'all that don't remember the story, Beans and I were flirty friends. He works with my brother up until the point where he and I had an intimate moment and he called me out my name, aka the soggy oyster trap. It turned out that he is the cousin of my high school boyfriend. Oh, so you got a type. You got. Oh my gosh. Beans and I were never dating. Beans sells El Drugas. What? Amongst a Popeye chef. He's a proud Miata owner, though it has a fucked up bumper. He's also a septic tank cleaner. And now he's a mercury reseller. So he got like 5 jobs basically. Okay. Beans started dealing to a fool in the army base about an hour and some change outside of our tiny gruggy town, who we're going to call Jarhead because he looks like the tall Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy. Okay. Beans got caught up with a 40-something-year-old officer, who is Jar's supervisor, and had a one-night stand with her after being crossfaded off of his own product on the base. How is Beans getting so much action? Well, he probably be giving them them beans, and then they get messed up, and then they just go for it because I didn't know. Does the actor that plays Beans, does he have children? Like, I feel bad, like, coming for that man's looks now. Like, that's fucked up. But again, what we said about that military stuff, y'all. I'm telling y'all, the military drama. Wow. We're going to nickname her Jane. And she has a corporate, powerful man on the other side of the country who she calls her husband. She ended up getting pregnant by Beans. And had the baby shortly after the last submission. And wow, have things gotten crazy. Not you got a girl knocked up in a fling. So we all know what Beans look like, but we don't know what Jane's husband looks like until my sister-in-law did some digging. Now, my sister-in-law is a character, and once I told her about the drama, she hates Beans, by the way, because he smokes my brother out and has low-key gotten him fat and lazy and spends all his money on flour, and he and my brother together ain't shit. Oh, wow. Wow. We're going to call her Dejanay because she is totally from the Proud family. So she did some digging and through knowing Janie's name, found her on LinkedIn, which shows some info to come. So she later looked on White Pages and it showed her husband's name. This is my type of nosy, by the way. From her, next we would have been looking up jail records, but I'm sorry. So from her page on White Pages, she found his page and shows his family's pages, and we found his mom and the Facebook, which is open to the world. Oh my gosh. Y'all have to get your parents and your mother-in-laws and your father-in-laws on point with that Facebook shit. Like, when I tell you, I have this one family member and they always are the one to where I get cased up on the internet, bro. Always. To the point where I'm not even going to say who it is because I'm not trying to case myself up. It's to the point where I know for a fact when I have a child, bro, me and her probably like, bro, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I feel like everyone has that one family member to where it's like, please put your shit on private. Like, there's a private button. Put your shit on private. Why are you taking pictures of everybody on Thanksgiving and posting it? Why is your public? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm getting mad. Okay. Anyway, the boy's mom has pictures on pictures of them and the baby. And let's just say, this is the freaking toss up. So one of the first pictures we saw had a Dwarfism Awareness Month frame. And it was her and a male little person. We will refer to as Johnny because he resembles Johnny Depp, but just like little person version, which is pretty fire. I was about to say that is kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie. So we keep looking and we see a big old family picture with the mom, the dad, and other family members, and Johnny right next to a lady with short hair, a big old mole on her face, and a baby. Now, if y'all remember, Jar had identified Janie by her mole. As we continue to scroll, there are pictures of Johnny's mom, Janie, Johnny, and the newborn baby together, with Janie and Johnny sharing a kiss. Now, Janie is a big old bitch for this. So, Janie is not even pretending like. So, Janie is pulling a John Redcorn and Nancy right now. So, Janie is trying to pretend like this baby is her husband's baby, even though she was on base when the baby was conceived. So, we're just all having a big key right now. That is insane to me. That is insane. From what I understand after watching Little Women Atlanta, there are a bunch of different types of dwarfism. You are out of fucking pocket, right? Like, what the fuck? And some of you can tell right away that the baby has dwarfism, which is what Lil Johnny has. And from the looks of it, the little baby between his birth and now, he looks to me in Dijonay to have a certain type of dwarfism that I can't even pronounce, girl. However, the looks of the baby resembles Beans. So she's saying despite him having dwarfism, you could still tell that this is Beans' child, bro. And you might think, well, how the fuck is that possible? It has to be Johnny's baby. How the hell can he look like Beans? That don't make no sense. Well, bitches, the plot thickens. We look under the likes and comments and see a proud grandmother low-key being competitive with Johnny's mom, who seems like a sweet lady, about how he's wearing a onesie that she bought as his take-home outfit and how Graham knows best. So we click on her page, which is, again, open to the world as these boomers have it. No, like, dead ass, bro. I cannot stand them, bro. Like, oh my gosh, bro. These freaking boomers, bro. I'm so sorry. I know that may sound ageist, but, like, y'all ruin everything. You ruin everything. You're ruining everything. I hate it. So, this boomer is Janie's mom. We see another family member, but of her side, the little gam. How corny is that shit? Little gam, Janie, a little man who is not Johnny, and a little lady. Janie's father and sister are little people. Okay, so the little person gene is not from the father, is basically what she's trying to say. There's a lot of names. I confuse Johnny and Jarhead. I don't know what's going on. Basically, the little person gene is on the maternal side. So it would make sense to have a little person looking like Beans. I hope that cleared some up because I was getting a little lost too. Janie, G.I. Jane, who had the threesome thing on base with whoever, has dwarfism on her side of the family. So I'm sure her husband just assumed, oh, well, the baby has dwarfism and, I mean, he looks like his mom. No, that's Bean's baby. Y'all, when I tell y'all Dejanay and I were hollering. Now, I don't know how genetics works. But if Dejanay and I had an opinion on the matter, this is Bean's son. Period. This was give or take a year ago, and since then, especially with it being October, both grandmas have been posting about Dwarfism Awareness Month. Apparently, Janie and Johnny met at a national Little People convention, which is where many meet, and he takes a large sum of money working with a company that provides assistive devices. Oh, that's dope. Okay. Now, I'm not in the business of trying to get involved since I'm technically not in the mix, but I don't know what to do with this information. Girl, when I tell you I have so many things like this, like I have so many little weird shit that I know about people and I just have nobody to tell. Like, it just is what it is. Like, girl, I be in my voice note app and I got a journal. And that's just what I do. Because it's like, shit, you got Dejanay. You can talk to Dejanay about it. But yeah, like there are some things in life where baby get a diary. Like there's really nobody else to tell. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen Beans in a couple months since my brother's birthday, which is a complete shit show. My brother got drunk and flipped the four-wheeler and broke his leg. Oh my God. Beans still deals to my brother and claims it's medicinal because of his leg. Beans, you're not a doctor. You're a bean. I feel bad knowing this information and not saying anything to Beans, but at the same time, I don't really want to get more involved. We think Beans is a high-functioning alcoholic and still flirts with me by saying slick shit. Because before the party started, the morning he was all groggy, helped himself to 2 shots and 2 beers, chugging it. Just crazy. Then he looked at me and winked. Yeah, bye. She said, kids are around, Beans. You need to calm down. I said, Beans, please. You know, nothing gonna go down between us. And he got all playful and stood behind me trying to grab my waist and laughing in my ear. Not gonna lie, I low-key liked it, but still, Beans, I ain't yours. Girl, you need to leave Beans alone. Beans is a father. You need to leave him alone. He's a deadbeat father at that. So Jar got dishonorably discharged because he was caught trying to write in more refills for a prescription that he got after getting his wisdom teeth removed. And last we heard, he's back home wherever the fuck he crawled out of. This is getting long, but I'll post an update when I hear y'all's input and if I hear more on my end. I'm just hoping this baby is doing okay and doesn't have more health problems. He is so cute and innocent. No, I know little people, babies, little babies are so freaking cute, bro. Also, congratulations to you and Daniel. I don't know why every time I hear the Burger King commercials with the jingle, I can imagine it singing it. Sorry if that's simple or stupid. That's just how my brain works. P.S. I accidentally deleted my original emails to you, and you can reply to them so I can look back at them. Sure, bruh. When I get some time, I'll do that for you. But yeah, I think that you should not tell him. I'm pretty sure he already knows because people talk. And unfortunately, those type of secrets that are going on, those open secrets, that's why I said he's doing a Nancy and John Redcorn and Dale Gribble, where it's like everybody knows it's an open secret. Like, some people just don't care about that type of thing. And if you're the only one that cares, then it's going to look bad on you because you're just like a creeper on the internet, like connecting dots. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Beans knows. If we were all younger, like let's say like we were teenagers, I would tell you to write Beans an anonymous note on some snooky shit. But yeah, it seems to me like the kid is doing way better without Beans in their life. It seems like if I was you, I just wouldn't get involved. This seems like a problem for a family attorney, baby, in a DNA test. Like, I would not get involved in this shit. Period. But that is funny. That is funny. You need to leave Beans where you found him, though. Y'all in the chat talking about my hoo-ha would have ran to Timbuktu. I know that's right. Like, ugh, not Beans. Anything but Beans. Well, that is all of the updates I have. I'm going to respond to all of those stories. And if you guys want to hit me back up, you are more than welcome to. And I will get them read within the month so that we all know what is talked about. Because a few of these were from like January and I had to get refreshed. So we're going to keep it recent. Thank you guys so much for supporting my Keke Palmer video. OMG, I was not expecting to get that response. I was low-key kind of scared to drop it because whenever people, for one, Keke did really, really, really hard promoting for the book. I don't know if y'all seen, she's on every Cash App commercial, every Google Gemini commercial, she's everywhere, right? So I could tell she really thought the book was going to do something, but I just had to keep it a B and I had to keep it honest. It was really cool to see like the genuine response in the comments of the people that listened to the audio book at least. I feel like low-key Keke Undercover commented on the video because there was some comments that just like made no sense. Like it felt like a bot almost. Like, I don't know. Y'all can go and read the comments if y'all want to. But thank y'all so much for the support on that. If you want a long watch, go and watch that. I have also been doing Vlogmas. I've only done 2 weeks. I just dropped week 2 yesterday, I think. So go on my vlog channel and look that up. You guys mentioning Daniel. Daniel dropped a music video if you haven't seen that yet. And I filmed it. And we're going to be doing the Naja and Daniel stream on Friday, like we do every Friday. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for buying the Christmas sweaters too. Not a lot of you guys bought it. I didn't do a good job promoting it, so it's totally my bad. But thank you guys so much. And yeah, I can't think of anything else. Please like the video on your way out. Please stay safe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.